Hello and thanks for staying with us at Asset Television. Welcome to the news at this hour. I am Emanuela Akwaya. First, the headlines. Troubles for Mike Ozekhome as AGF files charges in court. DIGs, AIGs to go after Disu's appointment as new IGP. Bauchi State Governor harps on discipline for enabling workplace. Now the news in detail. Federal Government of Nigeria has filed a fresh 12-count charge against Chief Mike Ozekhome, San, and Ponfa Ozeni, also known as Tali Shani, over alleged conspiracy, forgery, and unlawful control of a property in the United Kingdom. The charges filed before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja accuse the defendants of forging a Nigerian international passport and other documents to support a claim to a property located at 79 Randall Avenue, London. According to the Federal Ministry of Justice, the defendants allegedly forged a passport in 2020 in the name Tali Shani and later used the documents to strengthen their claim to the London property. Prosecutors further alleged false personation, cheating by personation, and unlawful control of property and rental proceeds amounting to €18,000. The government says investigations have been substantially concluded and that a prima facie case has been established. Both Ozekhome and Uzeni are currently in EFCC custody, while the FCT High Court is expected to fix a date for their arraignment. No fewer than 29 senior police officers are likely to be retired following the appointment of Tunji Disu as an acting Inspector General of Police, according to media reports. The report said that the officers to exit the force included 8 Deputy Inspectors General of Police and 21 Assistant Inspectors General of Police, who got promoted before Disu became AIG. The report said that Egbetokun, who was appointed in June 2023, was serving a 4-year term, scheduled to conclude in June 2027, in line with the amended provisions of the Police Act. There were reports on Tuesday that the former police boss was on Monday evening asked to resign his position as the Inspector General of Police after a meeting at the Presidential Villa. Asset TV will be back after the short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Bauchi State Governor Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed has identified the need to instill discipline and accountability as well as loyalty in governance and attract more competent hands to ease the journey to development in Bauchi State. The governor said this with 8 officials took oath of office. Our Northeast Regional Correspondent Fatih Baba sends us this report.
8 new government officials that took oath of office, with Governor Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed presiding over, with the aim of injecting in new ideas that will effectively support and strengthen government in the areas of governance, are Alhaji Abdulkadir Ibrahim Mohammed as the new Commissioner of Education, Halima Ibrahim Demis, Special Advisor, Nigerian Projects, Women Affairs, DIG Sani Mohammed, retired, Chief Security Advisor, and Hassana Akila, Special Advisor on Empowerment. Others include Ahmed Tijani Baba, Special Advisor, Societal Orientation, Shahanatu Yusuf, Special Advisor, State Committee on Gender-Based Violence, while Alhaji Yusuf Ibrahim and Nasir Yelwa took their oath of office for the second term as permanent commissioners in the civil service of Bauchi State. Governor Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed had, without missing words, spelled out his administration's terms of ensuring that transparency, fairness, justice and equity in the conduct of government activities prevail in their dealings with people, charging the newly appointees to work above their personal interests and be guided by the rule of law. The governor charged them to partner with the relevant ministries, departments, and agencies to boost productivity for the overall rapid development of the state and improve the living condition of the people.
It is now over 6 years since we came on board as a government. Without wanting to be immodest, I want to say that we have performed creditably well by implementing projects and programs that have impacted positively on the well-being of the people of the state. We have provided road infrastructure across the state, constructed and rehabilitated schools and health facilities, and have also provided interventions in agriculture, water supply, economic empowerment, solid mineral development, in addition to other areas that have touched the lives and livelihood of the people of both the state. To sustain this trend, they need to rejig our machinery of government and bring in more competent hands becomes imperative for effective policy formulation and implementation.
The Commissioner of Education, Alhaji Abdulkadir Ibrahim Muhammad, who responded on behalf of the new political appointees, pledged their loyalty and support to the governor for giving them the opportunity to be part of the success story.
Excellency, you have not disappointed the citizenry, and your name has become a household name in the political arena in our dear country, Nigeria. Not because of anything, but because of changing the infrastructural development and changing the quality of our dear state. Where we are seated here today, with some of us that were familiar to this place 8 years ago, 9 years ago, you may not believe that this is the same place where we are standing before you.
From Bauchi and Fatih Baba, Asset Television News. 8 new government.
The managing director of the Southeast Development Commission, Mark Okoye, has said growing acceptance of the Commission's initiatives has sparked what he described as a new patriotism in Nigeria's southeast region, long troubled by separatist agitations linked to the indigenous people of Biafra. Okoye made the remarks during the presentation of the Commission's proposed 140 billion naira budget for the 2026 fiscal year before the Senate Committee. He said the atmosphere at the recent stakeholders' engagement reflected renewed unity and shifting sentiments across different segments of the region. According to him, about 14 known IPOP members attended the 4-day event and reportedly softened their separatist stance afterwards, expressing willingness to contribute to the development of the Southeast rather than pursue secession.
There was proud patriotism driven by the unity that people saw at that event. What do I mean? I have a quick example, sir, and I can share that copy with everybody here. There were about 14 known IPOP members in the hall who, prior to that event, what they were saying was no retreat, no surrender. Biafra land, we only want this. The same people have done posts after attending that event for 4 days. And the response is, this is the first time I had the opportunity to contribute my own ideas to the development of Southeast Nigeria. No more Biafra land. Our role as SCDC, with your support, is not only infrastructure. We have to work on the minds of our people. Orientation, get them to understand that what we are doing is for their own benefit and for their future. Second bucket is the optimistic skeptics. Some people are skeptical about a long-term plan, but they are optimistic about it, that this is the right way to go. The third is the youth. They say they like the tech idea, they like venture capital, they want fellowships, but they're waiting for it to start. The fourth bucket is the private sector and diaspora. 72 persons flew from the South America and UK to attend at their own cost. They asked us for tickets. We said, no, if you want to attend, you attend. And they came and participated. So them and the private sector, they're interested, ready to invest when the opportunities exist. And of course, there were outright skeptics, the 1 or 2% who said it's a jamboree and it's just a narrative.
Defending the proposal, Okoye explained that the 140 billion naira figure aligns with the 2026 budget circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, which keeps the Commission's spending at its initial takeoff allocation due to limited releases in the previous fiscal year. He disclosed that 78%, 108 billion naira of the proposed budget is earmarked for capital projects, 17%, 23.7 billion naira for overhead costs, and about 5%, 7.3 billion naira for personnel expenses. However, members of the Senate committee reportedly frowned at what they described as a substantial allocations to consultancy, workshops, and security-related expenditures, urging the Commission to prioritize infrastructure and tangible development projects.
And to say that I've listened to the young man make some presentation before. When you come to the oral prowess, I think you have it. But I'm an engineer. I believe in reality. I like practical things, and I like having result. You just got your money, and I'm surprised. I'm looking at the breakdown. I may not go into details, but all went into some things, project that you can't even feel. I'm not talking about renting your offices and furniture. That is basic, but not about conference engagement, stakeholder engagement, taking a whopping sum of 460 million. If we must succeed, you must handle this commission as your private company. Manage every fund, since you know it's a scarce resources, as your personal fund. And to say
what am I trying to say? I went through what your presentation, what you did. I want to appeal to you and your team. Let us dwell a lot on infrastructure. It will not augur well for you to go and spend a lot of money on conferences, investment promotion, $20 million, $15 billion, all those things. Some of them are not realistic. I want to say it on record. You know I'm very close to some of you here. Let us talk of how a man in Bende, a man in Umunachi, Umudioka, a man in Ogo, a man in Agluzibo can have a feel of South Lumen Commission. Not issue of $20 million, $30 million, we are not interested in. Because why I'm saying so, sir, I will not support, sir, my dear chairman. I will not support. Tomorrow they will say they spent billions on security. I saw here in your budget 3.5 billion regional security operation. If you look, the thing was not paged well. 2026 proposal, regional security 3.5 billion. And I saw another place 10.5 billion procurement of equipment, CCTV, drones, CCTV control infrastructure, 10.5 billion. Now we know that the governors, I'm not saying security is not important. Governors are chief security officers of their state. They have security funds. The federal government has a lot of money they are spending on security. So if you go to some of our schools, I don't want to play to the gallery. If you go to some of our primary schools, sir, even in Onitsha, I was born and bred in Onitsha. Let me use, for instance, our ladies' primary school on Onitsha, Metropolitan Secondary School on Onitsha, more than secondary school on Onitsha, I'm renovating up to 8 now. So we found that I used Onitsha as a case study because Onitsha is a township. I don't want to talk about villages. You will find out that some of our pupils and secondary students are schooling in a place you can't dream of, think of, even with that for your worst enemy. Our children are schooling in one of the best schools. My children are schooling in the private school, private and secondary school. They are paying a lot of money. None of them is primary school now. But don't how about the children of those people? I want South East Development Commission in their next budget, sir. Let us see here. Primary school, secondary school renovation, rehabilitation, building. It would take 50 million, 100 million to do at least a primary school, a secondary school. So not issue of telling me consultancy, intervention, this one, that one, program, investment program, and all those things, sir. Because it will all go well that a man in the village, a man in Onitsha, the man in Uzuakoli will say through South East Commission, they are able to renovate their school. be able to at least be. The same things are applicable to hospitals. Most of our hospitals, if you go there, you will show that it's an eyesore. So that my own view that let us have, as we are doing all those consultancy, let consultancy or investment promotion, all those, let them not take most of your money. Let us see tangible development. So that's my case. Thank you, sir.
Power. If we are going to get power from the grid, then we need to sit down. Okay? What are we going to do about LOG? You know the state is not yet completed over about 10 years. Okay? This is an opportunity to focus on what we can do with it for the benefit of the region. We are the region that produces gas, but the pipelines go through other regions. You know. Okay? But this is an opportunity for us to adjust ourselves very well. Power. If we are going to get power from the grid, then we need to sit down. Okay? What are we going to do about LOG? You know the state is not yet completed over about 10 years. Okay? This is an opportunity to focus on what we can do for the benefit of the region. We are the region that produces gas, but the pipelines go through other regions. You know. Okay? This is an opportunity for us to adjust ourselves very well.
The chairman of the committee, Ozekhome, called on the Commission's leadership to work in synergy, stressing that the people of the Southeast are in urgent need of impactful interventions. The Commission is seeking legislative backing for timely releases in 2026 to enable full execution of projects and programs. The Special Offences Court in Ikeja, Lagos, has remanded former Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Fidet Edetali, over alleged $385,000 and 165.5 million naira money laundering. He was arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on February 24, 2026, on a 7-count charge bordering on abuse of office, money laundering, and unlawful enrichment by a public official, but pleaded not guilty. The EFCC alleged that while serving as NRC Managing Director between 2016 and 2024, Edetali abused his office and violated the Public Procurement Act 2007 in awarding contracts to obtain undue advantage for himself. The Commission further claimed that between May 29 and September 11, 2024, he engaged in money laundering by transferring $205,000 allegedly proceeds of unlawful activities from his domiciliary account in Nigeria to the account of Ozekhome at ABN AMRO Bank in the Netherlands. He was also accused of engaging in further money laundering between October 21st and November 21st, 2024. The court ordered his remand pending further proceedings. And that's the size of our news at this hour. Do follow us on all our social media handles. On behalf of the news crew, I'm Emanuela Akwaya.